This story is about Akeda Howton, age 40, from Tonawanda, which is a town in Erie County, New York. The town is at the north border of the county and is in the northern inner ring suburb of Buffalo. Akeda was reported missing on Saturday, January the 16th, 2022, around 5:30 p.m. One day after being reported missing, she was found dead in a parked car outside the Braintree Islands apartment in the town of Tonawanda. She leaves behind a beautiful 7-week-old son named Cannon, who was in the ICU. Background story. Akeda was in a relationship with Kenneth Worthy. Her family believed she was a victim of domestic violence and urged others not to ignore the warning signs. Her family believed he was controlling and suffering from mental health. It seems Kenneth died by suicide in a hotel room at the Erie Inn and Suites in Erie, Pennsylvania. Kenneth allegedly left a note inside his Raintree Island apartment that said, I am sorry for what I did. Akeda's mother stated in addition to being a daughter, sister, mom, and friend, she was also a beautiful person inside and out, creative, smart, bright, and had a loving heart that was big enough to love everyone. She would bend over backwards to do anything for anyone. Before Akeda was killed, she went to her girlfriend's house. It is alleged that Kenneth called Akeda at least 50 times. That's right, 50 times, which is excessive. Akeda was last seen on surveillance video on July the 16th, 2022 at 2:08 a.m. in the morning. Her mother said the video shows Akeda struggling with Kenneth and the car speeding off with a door open. Akeda mom said police told her that the person responsible for her daughter's death killed her in the Ford Focus. He shot her twice, once in the head and once in the groin. Akeda's mom said, even though I live from faith to faith, this is the hardest thing in my life. My commentary. My condolences go out to Akeda's family, friends, and community. It is clear that Akeda was deeply loved and cherished by everyone. She had her whole life to live, and it was cut short allegedly by a coward. He did not have the right to take Akeda's life. The Bible is very clear when it states, thou shalt not kill. No one has the right to take God's child. And Akeda was God's child. Akeda would never get to see Cannon reach milestones such as walking, talking, going to the prom, dating, graduating from high school and college, getting married and having children. Her family is correct that no one should ignore the red flags of domestic abuse. It has been stated that domestic abuse is not always easy to spot. It does not always come with bruises or a black eye. Victims may not always be in imminent danger, but rather feel controlled or uncomfortable, be forced into doing something they do not want to do, or be intimidated by their partner, which is all signs of abuse. Domestic abuse, also known as domestic violence, or an intimate partner violence, is identified by a pattern of continuing abusive behavior toward another person in an effort to gain and maintain power and control. Most often, the perpetrator of domestic violence is a current or former spouse or dating partner, or a person who has lived with the victim, such as a family member or roommate. Abusers always escalate their abuse over time. This escalation can be gradual or sudden and can look like an increase in control or isolation, a more violent form of physical abuse, or something else. It has been noted that there are diverse types of domestic violence: psychological, emotional, verbal abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse, and spiritual abuse. I am begging, if you are in a domestic abuse situation, please reach out to family, friends, first responder, pastor, neighbor, or call the following number: 1-800-799-7233. I'm going to say it again. If you are in a domestic abuse situation, please reach out to family, friends, first responder, pastor, neighbor, or call the following number: 1-800-799-7233. Again, that number is 1-800-799-7233. The key is to get away because it will not get better. Rest in peace, Akeda.